Hi, I'm Kanisha. Welcome to my channel. I'm here to talk about Sense8 Season 2, Episode 11. I love that this episode started with the Bach party. I was saying in my previous video, I hope that they continue. They ended with like making a Bach plan at the end of the previous video, and I'm very happy that they started with this. So I find it the speech little brother gave was really good and very shocking, because I don't know how much of it he believes. I don't know if he aspires to be like his dad, and obviously he has no issue with violence or doing whatever it takes to get his way. So I thought the speech was fascinating because it was great. And of course, I mean, it's a TV show and it's written, but him trying to sell like honesty and certainty and like caring to all of the investors that were trying to sell all that to the investors that were there is it's really interesting, like psychologically, because I guess he could just be a sociopath. I think that's maybe how that works. I'm not an expert, but I think he can fake it, basically. And I guess that's what that was, because obviously, like, when you murder one of your parents, I mean, that's tough to come back to society, I think. And especially the circumstances were just like, I don't get the sense that he was abused in any way, so the response to kill your fathers, that's a tough one to really stomach and try to understand. So maybe that's what he is, and that's how he could give that speech, because I don't buy it, and you probably don't either. But yeah, just that, wow, that was really interesting to hear. And I love that Detective Moon was there. I'm not sure how much, like what evidence is there for, well, I was gonna say what evidence is there for the murder, but he was there on like some fraud, embezzlement kind of stuff. So that's what that's about, and there's probably no further investigation into what happened to their dad and his cause of death. So I love that Moon was there, and they were going to arrest him and gonna have a trial and all that kind of stuff. I did wonder, like, I thought the circumstances of him being there would be different. Like, I thought he would be chasing Son and like they'd end up at the party. But this way, pretty good. I mean, sucks what happened to him, and I'm actually pretty disappointed that he wasn't much of a factor. I mean, maybe that's not surprising, because he did get beat up by Son a bunch of times. Well, not a bunch of times, but at least twice. So maybe like the fighting prowess isn't there, and of course Joongi isn't a fighter, so I guess I shouldn't have expected much. But I did want to see Detective Moon like throw hands, and I don't know, I would have liked him to have done more than to kind of ask Joongi to come with them and get shot. So I mean, I've grown to like him a lot in the scenes that he's been in with Sun. And it, I mean, kind of sucks for me that he didn't get to try to be heroic in any way, or, I don't know, like be more helpful, I guess is the bottom line. So that kind of sucks, but I like that he made an appearance at least. I was hoping that the plan at the block party would go smoothly, but of course it didn't, and all hell broke loose. I'm surprised how fast, like, everything went downhill. And I guess the timing of enacting the plan kind of went off the rails when the detective showed up, because I don't think any of the Sense8s planned him to be there and all that kind of stuff. So the detective kind of threw a wrench in everything, and like was the catalyst for the party just getting wrecked, basically. But yeah, I'm really surprised how awful that went so quickly. But it's Joonggi's fault, so maybe I shouldn't be so surprised. But I do appreciate that the party getting crazy early did lead to awesome chase scene. Love the line about his sister's a Terminator. Enjoyed it a lot. So, like, the fight, the fighting was awesome. The chase scene was cool. The car chase. The jousting, but not really a joust, that Wolfgang did, that was spectacular and very action-packed. So I like seeing all of that, and I'm happy that the party was short and we kind of cut immediately to Joonggi and his bullshit, and Sun was like right on his tail. So I really enjoyed this sequence of the block party. I was really looking forward to it after the end of the previous episode, and it delivered. I really enjoyed these scenes. Didn't like Puck. Like, I don't care for Puck. Puck is just like whatever, and I just don't care for him. And I guess it's good that he was able to kind of swoop in and rescue Sun and get her, like, remove her from the situation, remove her from like the manhunt, I guess, that was probably going to happen. So it started, like, the start and the middle and like the conclusion of the Sun Joonggi stuff was awesome. Puck, whatever. Like, whatever. It ended on a sour note, I guess, is what I'm saying. I do wonder how Sun is going to feel, like, in the future about her decision to not kill her brother. I'm not surprised that she didn't, just because I can't forget the comment her cellmate made about her having a heart as soft as a baby bird, something like that. So I'm not surprised that she made that decision to spare him. I do wonder, I'm surprised she didn't hit him. Like, not one punch or kick or nothing. That is surprising to me. I do wonder, like, is there any way she is going to wish she had done something else? Maybe not kill him, but something else. I don't know. But so what's gonna happen now? And was there any way to prove that Joongi shot the detective. I think that the detective survived, so I guess he can give testimony. I don't know if he knew who shot him, but I think that's maybe the best bet. And maybe that and the fraud could get him sent to prison if he's captured. What I really wonder what's gonna happen to Joongi, and I don't know if the show is gonna conclude all that. Well, I did see that the finale was like 2.5 hours, so maybe they fit everything in. But I hope the conclusion for Joongi is that he is arrested and sent to prison. I wish that there was a way for it to be investigated about his dad. Maybe that's a case closed situation. I don't know about that, but it would be great to have that put on him like he deserves. And that would be like justice, I think. But yeah, I wonder what's the end, what's the finale gonna hold for Joongi and all the crap he's done. And I wonder if Sun is gonna play any sort of role in getting him sent to prison. I mean, she's still a fugitive, so I don't know if there's anything she can do that wouldn't end in her also being put in prison. So I don't know. I mean, I hope it all works out in Sun's favor next episode. And I just wonder if she is going to have a moment where she explains what she was thinking when she was approaching her brother this episode, because I really am interested in why she decided to do nothing to him when he was, very vulnerable and begging her. Just like, not a single punch or slap, something. Oh well. But yeah, I'm looking forward to getting some kind of closure in the finale about that whole mess with Sun and her brother. It's great to see Nomi and Amanita have their moment together. It's a huge moment, and even though I'm not in love with this couple, like I've said, you probably get the impression from my previous videos that there are other couples on the show that I like more than them. But despite all that, it was great to see them get engaged and be able to be engaged. And it's just nice to be able to see it happen, to see how much they love each other and want to share their love and commit to one another, because I mean, there's nothing but insanity in their lives in the past, whatever it is, year or so for them. So I love seeing them get engaged, and it's great that they're going to be married. I just can't help that I'm not as emotionally involved in their relationship as I am with Lito and Hernando, and I still like Colin Wolfgang more. But it was great to see them get together, have their moment alone. They both were on the same page, and it was great that Amanita's on board with the craziness and the being with a new species of human. That's all great to see. It's all great to see. I feel like I should say more about Nomi and Neets getting engaged, but don't know what else to say. Like, emotionally, I'm just not invested in their relationship. But in the grand scheme of things, and as far as queer representation, queer black representation, like for me, I feel like I should feel more, but I just don't. I'm just not into that relationship. Not as much as like the other two I mentioned. So I feel like I should be saying more and being more ecstatic about it, but I just can't help that I just don't feel that way about those two. And I don't know what's like missing. But oh well, I can't change how I feel. But like intellectually, it's very important to see their love and their relationship and how it evolves and how they have committed to each other and now they're engaged, and all that is, I think, is necessary, especially for someone like me and many other women, I think. So it's needed, and I'm sure that there are a lot of other women who are like over the moon and insanely excited and happy to see it. So that's all great, and I appreciate the show like showing their relationship. It turns out that Rajan is helping with some kind of investigation into corruption. Okay. I had been wondering, I think it was a couple episodes ago, I had been wondering about like Rajan's like moral standing, I guess, because he was acting suspicious. The late phone calls and the mysteriously like getting punched in the face. At least, I mean, that's what it looked like to me. I don't think anyone ever said what happened to him, but I'm just making that assumption. So there's like shady stuff happening, and then of course Kala went to him about the pharmaceutical like watering down stuff. So it was looking like maybe he's not such a great guy. But now we see that it's actually he is a great guy, and he's doing this, or he's helping like federal investigators. Like, okay, now this caught me by surprise, definitely, and I love, well, maybe I don't love it, but I'm happy. I'm happy that he wanted to send Kala away and like not be part of the investigation, because apparently it's dangerous. So I love that for Kala and Wolfgang. And like, I wonder how much of a factor is Rajan going to be in the finale. 2.5 hours is a lot of time to do a lot of stuff. So I don't does he matter now? And I feel kind of bad saying that, but like him as a character, like the investigation into his friend, is that important? I mean, I think it deserves to be like concluded. It deserves some kind of closure for the series, but like I don't think any of that is a big deal. I don't think throughout this entire series, my feelings toward Rajan have, like, changed or improved, really. Like, in season 1, he was just a guy that was into Kala. And, like, I didn't hate him as a character, but I just didn't like the relationship he was trying to have with Kala. And I still feel that way in season 2. Even though they're married, like, I just, like, Raj, like, I don't know. Kind of feels like Rajan was just a character to be an obstacle and part of a love triangle. And yeah, he has his own identity, and of course now we see he's got this investigation he's a part of. Like, he's doing stuff that I don't think most love triangle, like, third wheels are given. Like, I don't feel like a lot of third wheels in a love triangle are given a lot of other material to work with besides the romance stuff. And like Rajan as a character, it's kind of meh to me. I mean, I felt bad for him when his dad was attacked. And I think it could have been really interesting if Rajan, like, went down a dark path. Like, I think he would just be interesting if that happened. But right now, I don't think he's an interesting guy. And I wonder if it's meant to be that way just because Wolfgang is the total opposite of Rajan. So maybe that's the whole point of why Rajan is the way he is and why he's written that way. I don't know, but, like, just, he's just a character that I don't have a whole lot of interest in at all. So for the finale, I don't need, like, to see the investigation. I don't need to see, like, some kind of Law and Order kind of ride-along thing he's got going on. Like, just show me the end of the investigation if you're going to do anything at all. And, like, I don't care about the investigation, and I don't really care about Ajay, because I didn't like how he was trying to, it felt like he was trying to mac on Kala. And I just didn't like the vibes of any of the interactions he had with Kala. So, like, don't care about that guy. Don't really care about Rajan. Don't care about the investigation. So yeah, just this whole kind of subplot for the series, didn't do anything for me. And of course, the relationship that did do something for me, love seeing Kala and Wolfgang together, and I'm surprised that Wolfgang was able to say he loved Kala, because I don't feel like he's said those words to many people, and maybe not to any other women that he was sleeping with or dating. So it kind of feels momentous. It feels like a big moment for him, but I'm just making assumptions, so maybe that's not fair. But I'm super happy that it happened. I mean, we kind of got this moment between them, and I think it was episode 11 of last season, where Wolfgang was driving up to his uncle's mansion, and Kala and Wolfgang had a moment then. But I really appreciate this moment because they both said the words, And did this happen after Rajan told her to leave? I don't remember the order now, but now that she can leave and they can run away together, sort of, like, it feels real. And I've wanted them together since season 1, so I'm happy that they had that moment before Leela came and screwed it all up. I don't know if it's fair to call Leela petty for that move to give up Wolfgang to Whispers, but it kind of felt like because Wolfgang was interested in some other girl that she couldn't have him, so no one can, kind of. It was the kind of vibes I was getting from that interaction when she popped up. And it just seemed super childish. And then, of course, when they were in the restaurant together, he didn't want to join her, and so she, like, had Sebastian's goon, like, shoot up the place, like. Kind of feel like Leela is a child trying to play at being an adult, if that makes any sense. Like, feels like there's not a lot of emotional maturity with Leela, and it's like she didn't get her way, so she's going to throw a tantrum. And that's kind of the vibes I've been getting from her. And then, like, contacting Whispers feels like throwing a tantrum. So, well, she's gotten her way so far, and Wolfgang is with Whispers now. I do, like, I talked about Rajan and whether he was important. Like, is Leela gonna be important now? Is she gonna make an appearance in the finale, in a 2.5-hour finale? I mean, I guess they got time. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing the finale and, like, what is gonna happen and who's gonna be making appearances. Like, the stuff with Rajan, don't really care about. And, like, even Leela, like, I don't really care. I don't care about her. I'm not attached to her in any way. And she, like, betrayed our cluster, so, like, I don't care what happens to her. So maybe this was the last appearance of Leela, and if so, good riddance. It's great to see that despite Leela's nonsense, our cluster was able to take Whispers and catch him by surprise. I still don't know what they're gonna do with him, and I don't think killing Whispers is gonna stop BPO, so I don't know what the cluster's goal is. Do they just not want to be hunted? Are they trying to send a message to BPO, like, leave us alone? Man, I don't know. Maybe that's it. I'm happy about this, like, turn of events where now the hunted are the hunters. They got Whispers and they're gonna do what, ransom him? I don't know what they're gonna do. But I like that they have him. I like that they kind of have taken BPO, they've taken a major player in BPO, and now I want to say that by taking Whispers, our cluster has dealt a large blow to BPO, but still don't really know how much importance Whispers has to BPO in whatever they're doing. So it would be really interesting if it turns out BPO kind of cuts Whispers loose and don't try to protect him. And so it would just be him on his own. But I don't know. I don't know if that's like a likely possibility. We were told about some kind of internal struggle, and it seemed like Whispers wasn't totally trusted and needed some kind of oversight. So if BPO kind of cuts him loose and doesn't care that he's been taken by some Sense8s, like, well, I don't know. That would be really interesting to see if BPO cares at all. But I love seeing that they were able to take him, and it was a great plan. I keep going back and forth with Jonas. Like, I don't know if I should trust him. I don't know if he's on Whisper's side. I don't know if he's on BPO's side. Because he kind of, I mean, he does it again this episode where should he be trusted? And I think it was Ursa in season 1 that also didn't think he could be trusted because he was helping BPO with Angelica. Like, I just don't know how to read Jonas and his intentions and what he's thinking, what he's planning, what his motivation is. Maybe it's just to stay alive, like. But if that's his motivation, then he'll do anything. So that's, I don't know, that doesn't like settle me at all. It just, I just don't know about Jonas anymore. And I keep going back and forth, and like, what are they gonna do with him now? And why take him? I don't know. I don't like that Jonas wasn't on board with whatever Will was trying to do. I don't know. Jonas is just a mystery to me. And I never know if I should trust him. So I hope the finale spends a lot of time with Jonas and Whispers and what is our cluster going to do with them? What's the end game? So yeah, I hope a lot of time gets spent on that. I love, like I've said this a bunch of times before, I love seeing Angelica. I am very curious about why the show decided to have her appear with Whispers in that interrogation room and with Jonas. Because she was there, but she didn't say anything, and that's interesting to me. So I wonder what that's about and what does it mean? Or is it just like Jonas and Whispers were thinking about her at that time, so she was there? I don't know. Like, everything with Angelica feels like a mystery that I want to solve. So yeah, I wonder, like, I'm not sure what that was about, but I always love seeing Angelica. I got a bone to pick with the show. It's episode 11 of season 2, and I'm still upset that I don't know why Whispers is hunting down his own kind. I really don't think it's been said in the show. Maybe it happened and I don't remember it, but I don't think it's been clear. And I think the show would be more interesting if we knew like what the hell is going on in Whisper's head, and like why is he doing what he's doing? Why is he killing his own kind? I really don't think the show has given any sort of hint, or maybe not hint. I mean, I guess like all the experimentation stuff is supposed to be a hint. But it's not explicit. No one's given a reason, or no one's given like not like a reason, but like an idea about maybe what he's after. And I just think shows are more interesting when the hero knows what they're fighting, I guess, is the point I'm trying to get across. And I don't think anyone in the cluster knows what they're doing, or knows like the full scale of the fight. And I think we've seen them trying to recruit other Sense8s to join them. And Will mentioned a few episodes ago about he was like acting like a criminal instead of a cop, and he needs to understand that he's not alone, and that kind of like, I think he said that before. So they've been trying to recruit more people, but still, do they know what they're doing? Do they know what they're fighting? Do they know what they're fighting for? So I don't know. I think the show would be a little more interesting for me, because if our cluster knew what they were fighting and why it was important to them, I think we would see them make different decisions, and that could lead to more action, more conflict. I don't know. I just feel like there could be more progress made towards like getting to a conclusion in like 2.5 hours. Like, I don't know. I don't know if the show got canceled. It's Netflix, so probably. I don't know if it was intended to be like 2 seasons, 3 seasons. Like, I don't know what the deal is with any of that. And maybe the show was written the way it was because they were thinking maybe they'd have 3 or 4 seasons. So maybe the information about why Whispers hunts his own kind and why he's working with BPO, maybe that's something that didn't have to be addressed in season 2. So maybe that's how it was written. But man, I really want to know why Whispers hunts for BPO. And I've speculated, what that could be in previous videos. Maybe it's because he wants to like be able to puppeteer more people like he did with Niles. Maybe he wants to be the king of Sense8s and thinks BPO can help him. Maybe he's just a cannibal. Maybe he's an evil scientist and wants to keep doing experiments and fucking write a book or something. I don't know. But I don't know what's up with him, and I really wish I knew. I feel like him and Angelica are the most interesting characters for me. I just think there's a lot of mystery surrounding them, and the show just refuses to give anything substantial to like answer any questions. about any of the mysteries around them. So I hate that, and I wish I knew more about them. I just, in this finale, I really wish the show gives like a concrete explanation about what Whisper's motivation is. That is the thing I want most in the finale. So yeah, I hope I get it. Another thing I'm looking forward to in the finale is what role is Angelica going to play in all of this? And like, is she going to talk to her kids while they do whatever they're going to do with Jonas and Whispers? Like, is she going to have a presence? Is she, like, whose side is she going to appear for? Or is she going to be with both? Because in this episode, we did see Whispers was getting beat up and, like, kind of had a vision of Angelica. So is that how she's going to appear for him? Or is she going to try to talk to her kids and maybe walk them through what to do with Whispers? Or is she going to explain at all why she helped him? So yeah, I just wonder, like, is she going to be with one or the other? Could she talk to both sides? Like, I wonder, like, what role is she going to play in the finale? So yeah, those two things are what I'm looking forward to most in the finale. What is Whisper's motivation? What role is Angelica going to play? And, like, I'll add a bonus. I want to see LHD. I love them. They are absolutely my favorite characters in the show. So whatever they have together, I want to see it. I know, like, Leto is, like, they're in London now. I don't know if they're gonna stay in London. I don't know if Fernando and Danny are, like, in a hotel nearby or something. But yeah, love seeing LHD, and I will eat up any scenes that they are in together in the finale. So yeah, those three things I'm looking forward to the most for this finale. So that's gonna do it for this video. I think I covered everything I wanted to talk about. So yeah, before I wrap up, let me know in the comments, what are you looking forward to seeing in the finale? So yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching. I will see you for episode 12.